What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Scopic, aka Jaquil, aka Miguel, your host today.
I'm Heber.
Jhordy.
We got some
Some
tales for
tales for
y'all.
y'all.
There we get in there.
We're getting it.
Oh, my bad. But what's it called? So basically, I wanted to talk about, man. So I've been going through an introspective time in my life, and what's it called? I think we all, I don't know, not introspective, my bad, transformative. I've been going through, I feel like if we're not in some way growing or working on improving ourselves, it's like what you doing type shit. So recently, I've been going through that little phase or whatever.
Oh, the phase. Oh, it's a phase now? What happened to
Well,
always? Right.
I don't view them as phases. More so like maybe phase was a shit word of
I get you
choice.
though. I
More
get you.
so, I feel like I've lived 1,000 times in different
It's been
butterflies, and I'm just
prominent.
going through metamorphosis every time type shit. You know
It's
what I
just
mean?
been prominent lately for you, I guess. Like.
Yeah, man, since birth. But what's it called?
Oh,
So I just be like,
the phase
cruising and
is
thinking and
life.
shit in the mind ocean, and I eventually came to a place in my head where I started thinking about trauma and shit, and so I'd say, I really haven't always realized that I had trauma up until like the past couple of years where I've been like kind of going into like, learning more about self-awareness and shit like that, reading books and shit like audiobooks. And so, anyways, I started talking about trauma and shit, right? Because that's where I want to ultimately lead to in this topic of discussion. And for me, as of recently, as I said, I'm going through like a interesting time in my life, would you say? And so, I find that I have to like, best way to put it, I have to like put myself in situations that go against my trauma, if that makes sense. Not really.
What does that do for you?
It like it allows me to be vulnerable to those situations, if that makes sense. It allows me to kind of surrender, if you will, to them. Kind of just be like, fuck it. And then in the effect of it, you realize like something that was scaring you for so long wasn't really that big of a deal. Or like, you know, you might come out to find you might come to find out. I'm not to say. um
So you would say that the trauma has changed for you, Because I guess that's what I hear when people
yeah,
talk
it's
about
kind of
trauma.
like
It's
you
never the same,
like say for example you like this could be a simple example of like start talking about my childhood now. What's it called? Like say you were riding a bicycle, hypothetically speaking, you were riding a bicycle and you just eat fucking shit on the fucking concrete, bro. And like you scrape your whole fucking arm, bro. And you're just like, again, hypothetically speaking. What's it called? Say like that shit, like, you get scared, you don't want to ride the bike for like a minute type shit. And then it's like getting on that bike again is a fucking scary thing. There's a reason why they call it getting back on that horse, you know what I mean?
right?
Like getting back on that shit again. It's like, dude, that shit is scary, but you have to soon come to a point that like at least for me, right? Because like if especially if it's eating at you type shit, like for me it would eat at me, as an example of what I really went through, not this incident. I mean, this did happen, fuck the hypothetical shit, but this is another example. I guess I'm using two different examples, but yeah, no, I really did fall off that bike though. But yeah, so like,
Me too, bro.
damn, bro.
And I went
So
back on
you,
it
so you
like an
also had to
hour
kind of go
later.
through this.
Yeah, an hour later, I was like, can I go? Can I try again? Like,
Oh shit! That's not even. Were you even
but
traumatized from that? Like that's crazy.
right. No, see, yeah. So well, that's what I was thinking too. Is like that's like a very
Badass though.
like something that's very almost easy to conquer. Some things are sometimes you may not like sometimes the bike is gone. You don't even have the option to ride it again. So
Oh,
that's how, no, but I'm just saying that like I guess it's a very simple trauma that has a simple fix. The traumas that we often go through some are kind of trauma, like for example maybe like death. It's like dealing with somebody's death. It's like the trauma is going to change over time, or like that's what I hear. There's like waves, or like different
So
periods of it.
are you saying it doesn't leave?
Well, depends. It depends on the trauma, because
You know how they say
like the
time
bike
heals all
scenario.
wounds? Like I really don't fuck with that saying, but it kind of makes sense. It's like one of those things. It's like, for me at least, it's like one of those you hear. It's cliche as fuck, put it that way. But like, in a sense, though. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about with trauma. Like, we all have it, and we all know that it's gonna get better with time. At least we hope it is. But more so, I wanted to talk about like the process of it, man. I wanted to talk about how to release the process of releasing it as well, and just there is no definitive like one heals all trauma. Obviously, like there is no way to simultaneously, like, if everyone was to do this process, no, not everybody. That's like the sadness and the beauty of it. At the same time, it's like it won't work for all, but it's just you keep looking for other ways. Anyways, but I was just kind of hoping we could all talk about an experience, or where we had to like locally live through the each processes and each step of releasing trauma.
What came to mind when you were talking about it is when you used that phrase that time heals all.
Mm.
As I've been getting into more recent states of how I deal with time, that I don't really agree with that anymore. As the state of how I deal with stuff now is I had to fully be there with what I'm experiencing and not just put it aside. Because if I'm not fully with myself and the emotions I'm feeling and become aware of how I'm feeling with the emotions, then I can't really understand myself or understand myself as in a non-judgmental way, as just seeing myself as how I'm going through it. An example would be probably the most recent one is, say I wanted to do the idea with the soldier boy glasses, right?
Yeah.
I feel prior I wouldn't be able to do it out of the fear of rejection, out of me asking people, just for the simple thing of, can you put on my shades? And because it came up like three times. Even if I succeeded in the first one, it will come up again. I'm like, bro, no one else is gonna put on your shades. That was just a lucky case. Then I'm like, my instant, I'm like, shut the fuck up, right? But that's me, like, not that's me judging it, like, okay. Then it comes again, I do it again, then I do it again, and every time it comes up, I'm like, okay, I see that I can understand myself how this can stop me, and
Right.
it brings fear. Like I have the fear of getting rejected by a person, but I only got rejected twice out of like 38 people. So
Right.
it's
I
like,
was gonna pretend that's a dating advice. So yeah, I get you though. Yeah.
yeah, it's just like
That's trauma.
I had to fully, like, because in the periods, because I've asked people like want to try out this idea, and I'm probably like, nah, or the courage, the lack of courage to ask. And when you actually do ask, because I remember in at work, I'm like, I really like their outfit, or like I really like their hair, right? And I want to compliment it. And I think about that Dale Carnegie, like I would not let any affection or any compliment that comes to mind let go past me, because I will not see this person nor feel what I'm feeling right now in the future when I do meet them. God knows when. So I just say, because there was this beautiful woman with this like amazing hair. I'm like, bro, just say it, dude. Like, it really doesn't fucking matter. And I said it. She's like, oh my god, thank you. We had a conversation about it, and she left, and that was it. Like, it wasn't that serious. And I did it, and I was like, okay, you see, that's it. And it just keeps re-going and re-going, and like, yeah, I just like, okay, I understand how you can be afraid of this shit, but really, like, you just gotta straight up like fully be aware of what you're thinking. Yeah, that's how I deal with my.
Everybody give Chris a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? Good shit, bro.
Oh,
Good
thanks, man.
shit.
I was just off the dome type of like.
Some
Bro,
snaps.
fucks with it, man.
I
Shout out.
like thanks, guys. Thanks.
What about you, Heber?
Well, what he was saying really made me think of or when you said essentially confronting, well, like when you have these moments of confronting this thing over and over again, right? This trauma per se. Like I totally relate to the experience of like having this trauma pop up multiple times, and but the way that I treated it, and you know, and like he said, seeing how I would react to it, I was able to change, and seeing how I changed my reactions to it. And so basically, I was going to I was going because at first I wasn't I was just I was in pain from this trauma being brought up again, and I didn't realize that it was growing a hatred towards a person, or maybe I wasn't taking note of the hatred that was growing. But then I started realizing the impact that hate started to cause, and how, you know, like the saying hurt people. It's like I wasn't like I realized that like I wasn't empathizing when I was in that pain, you know. I wasn't, and so that, you know, is this has really bad, you know. But once I but once but that one I realized once I did have an impact, and once I did, like, with that hurt, I realized that there was a hatred, and I was like, oh shit, dude, I can't, like, I can't believe I did, like, I can't believe I had like hatred for somebody, I guess. And like and instantly, I guess, you know, being aware of of that, it's like it just went away, like just right after that. And it was like, it was so crazy how fast of a switch it was, like as soon as I realized, as soon as I was aware of what the fuck I was going through, I guess. And so now, having been, like, I guess a good while since that switch has flipped, each time the trauma has been brought up again, it's like I handle it in a really good way, you know. Or at least I think so, you know. Yeah, and so that's kind of like I guess I'm trying to relate. Does that mean releasing? I don't know,
But but you, in a sense, you are, because you're not having that charge anymore towards that event.
right.
Ooh, scientifically speaking, I see you. I see you. But yeah, no, I fucks with that too, bro. Everybody, second round of applause. Know what I'm saying? This shit ain't easy, y'all. This shit ain't easy.
I hear that. I'm like, but why isn't that easy?
Oh, okay, that's a good question. Hold
Oh,
on.
but just one last thing on my situation.
Oh,
I
okay.
guess
Come on, but take that back.
Absolutely. Take
no,
the
you
take
know,
that pause back, y'all. Yeah.
it's just a quick mention of like something that that I heard a while ago from George Janko. He's talking about God, and he's a comedian, and he's talking about God, and about how he like about this idea of like praying for your enemies, and I guess I don't remember the idea very well now, but I remember at the time it really struck a chord with me, and I was like, damn. And but I do because but yeah, it's just about wishing, like, anybody that you may have like hatred for, like, wish them good things, you know. Because literally, like, you have to truly want, if you truly want good things for that person, dude, imagine, like dude, that's all love, bro. Like, and so it's just like, it's bringing back to like love and not hatred, you know. It's a and you can really give everybody love, you know. But yeah, and empathize people with people, you know. It starts with empathy. But yeah, that's the That's the.
All right, now everybody give Heber a second round of applause. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold up, because
Oh
it
shit.
talks about that in the Bible. Jesus says that,
Like really?
yeah,
Oh.
to love your enemies.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah,
cute.
love you. Yeah, he said that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like you cannot. They're not your enemy if you love them, because you see them as people too. You can understand them with love.
Right.
Yeah. Like keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Now, fucking with you.
Yes, they love. Like you understand why they hate you.
No, I don't think that's why they say that, but I get you.
Okay.
It's like more of a like like
Yeah,
nefarious way of using it.
like yeah, Google be saying like,
Oh
and
shit.
to love them as fellow human beings. You don't have to love them like your parents or your child or your best friend. You just like see them as human. Like Don McGovern Reese talks on like do you agree? Like, do you love the people who bring so much hatred into the world? And he's like, yes, they're still human beings, but I don't agree with it. That's it.
Damn.
You still respect them. Like you can do that too. Like you can do the same shit.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Oh yeah. Now I'm like, thank you guys, thank you. Now I'm fucking with you. But as for me, man, um, my experience with trauma has to do with trust. That's like where my big, choo choo is at, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trust in like just everything, bro. It's funny. Nah, I'm
Everything.
fucking with you, but it goes all the way back to like as a kid, bro. It's crazy, and I just noticed like over
Always.
time, it'll be silly shit. It'll be like, as a kid, like I thought you was my homie, but you know what I'm saying? You're his homie now. Fuck you. You know what I mean? To like in middle school, like not like FOMO, you know, in a way.
Damn, can I talk about elementary experience where
Huh?
can I talk about elementary experience where I thought where like you were like I guess because we were at recess, right, and like we
Yeah.
would hang out at recess, right. This is like
Mm.
sixth grade, maybe not sixth, maybe fifth grade, maybe who knows. We were hanging out at recess, and like the other class we got to see them for like 5 minutes before and like up our like half of our and
Yeah.
I would go talk to AJ, and then I would go talk to you once they left.
You was
Wait, why are
trying,
you
bro.
saying
You was
that?
So well
trying.
because I'm saying that because one time Miguel didn't want me to go talk to AJ. What
No way.
Miguel didn't want me to go talk to
I feel like I
AJ,
would have
dude.
done that.
And he was like pulling my shirt. He's like, what do you? And I'm like, bro, and then bro ripped my shirt, bro. Did us, and I got mad at him because he ripped my shirt, bro.
Damn. This must have been a nightmare, dog. Look at
So I'm
that.
like, damn, and so I'm kind of like, damn, was that because of like trust issues? Like, oh, he hanging out with him now, like what you were saying as a kid, like I don't know, dude.
That's more possessive, bro.
Nah, that's abandonment issues, bro. You don't
Oh,
think you can talk to him again because he's on a friend. That's
No, I
abandonment.
don't know. That's more possessiveness. But what's it
oh,
called?
Nah, bro, why are you possessive? Because they think they're gonna leave you.
I don't know. Let's go ask homie.
Bro, that's literally like, come on now. I'm sorry. Like I see it like blank, like black and white. Like, bro, you think they're gonna leave you, bro?
Like you think I'm the same dude, bro? Nah, if I with you, what's it called?
Like, yes,
Um,
like, bro, you know how many
but
ripped shirts Heber has,
like
bro?
some people don't change, bro.
Like some
no,
motherfuckers
but
change, and you don't.
anyways, it's like I still do to this day. Like, bro, nah, what's it called? But I started thinking, right, like
In school.
elementary stupid shit like that, and then it'd kind of like go with like certain homies, like, man, you said you was gonna come to my house and said you hung out with him. What's that? Yeah, type shit. It'd go like to that, and like in high school, it's just shit's just crazy, bro. And it's like a work shit too. Like I remember one time I was work because I started working freshman year, and a lot of you just come across people like fucking assholes, bro. And like I'll give you an example, bro. This one time. Heber was there too, the witnesses. But one time, we were closing the store. Shout out Wish Wish. We were closing that night. It was like fucking what, like an hour. Like he's not gonna remember this until I bring up like this one fucking minute, bro. But basically, it's like an hour and a half before closing. This fucking dude walks in. And he's like, he's quick with it too. My ass was slow, you know what I'm saying? I was tired. I probably got like 5 hours of sleep the night
He said he
before.
was quick, I was slow.
I had a whole day of school and then go to work, so I wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? I probably ate too, so I was. You know how you would eat out at work and then you get real sleepy, bro?
He's like, fuck.
Like that's literally where I was at, bro.
My
But
bad.
anyways, so he just walks in. He's quick with it too. He's like barging in essentially, but like you know, he came in with a demand, not a question. He was like, "Listen, man, I need to borrow like $20, bro." He's basically like, I need to borrow like $20, man. See, I'm the mailman. I'm the mailman that work. I deliver y'all's mail. He's like, I deliver y'all's mail. He was like, yeah, you can ask. Like he got me good, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I kind of applaud this guy in a way because of how manipulated. My dumbass, right? But he was like, yeah, I'm the mailman for. And I was like, oh, Angie. He was like, yeah, her. And like you know, like he just got me like that type shit, bro. Like I was so fucking gullible, bro. He got me good. What's the call? Not like, well, shit. I can't give you the 20, you know, because I can't take out a register, you know. Me being a scout's honor at which I suppose I actually gave him a 20 of my own, which back then would probably be like 3 hours of work in there. So like, I just pulled out a 20 from my fucking Velcro ass wallet that goes, and I just gave it to this guy, and he shows me his ID and shit, like his ID that supposedly worked there. And like looking back, bro, that shit looks so fucking black marketed as fuck, bro. Like this guy was like, this guy, I don't know why at the sandwich shop he decided to rob, but dude robbed in plain sight, bro. Commend the guy. Nah, but what's it called? Fuck that guy.
What if he actually worked there?
Right, he just like died instead. Nah, but what's it called? Um, yeah, bro. Long story short, he never came back. He said he was gonna come back and pay me type shit or pay pay me, I guess. Yeah, type shit. But literally, bro, this is the fucking time went by because it was like an hour and a half before closing. So literally, as the time went on, he was like, bro, he's not coming, bro. And literally, bro, that whole time, bro, like I could not stop thinking about the lousy fucking 20 that I gave this guy, bro. Like, dude, it was like 8:58, and he was like, "Bro, you like, you know?"
Dude, I remember we closed the shop. I was mopping. I was like, bro, he ain't come.
Yeah, I remember this too. I would close the inside, and he would mop the outside and
I
shit.
was
And I
like,
remember
bro, he
like we would
didn't
scream across the
come.
lobby type shit.
Bro.
And like
Bro,
yeah,
that shit gave
dude.
him trust issues on God.
And he was like, "Bro, you should have told him to leave his shoe here." I'm like, dude, you're so right.
That would have been so funny, dude.
Yeah, nah, I was not slick with it then, bro. Now I feel like I would have been like, you know, I'm like, yeah, now I would have kicked his ass. Like, looking at us, like, he lucky I was having a bad day. Look at that, bro. What was it called? Nah, but that definitely fucked with me, bro. That was just one of those times, you know, where I was like, damn, bro. That was like one of the very, like, okay, not one of the very first, not at all, but that was just a time where I realized, like, damn, bro, people can be slick. People can fuck you up, bro. And so I've always kind of came across that type shit. Some way, shape, or form growing up, even till the present.
Do you forgive him?
For the most part, yeah. I don't really hold grudges with nobody.
Nah,
It's
fuck
just
that
like
guy.
it's like minus that guy, which so. I mean, I'll be flicking, you know, I'll be like, fuck that guy, but in all seriousness, though, you know, it's kind of controversial in a way, but because shit is so
Fuck
situational,
that guy.
you have to. I believe that you have to embrace everything that happens to you because it's who you are. but it's also that's a very sensitive topic because it's also how the it's going to lead into the process of releasing trauma, for me at least. But the reason I say it's sensitive is because, again, it's situational. Not only that, but not everyone is okay with who they are. So it's like a double-edged sword, essentially. But I bring it up because, for me, at least in the process of releasing trauma, I found that one of the things that I had to do, going back to what I was talking about, like, fucking minute ago, about how you kind of just put yourself in a place where you can't really control anything, you know? You kind of just, again, surrender to the situation. Like, say you kind of put yourself in a situation where, you know, you've been nay-nayed before, per se, like, you know, you got good by it. And so you kind of do it again because you realize you can't be hurt again, type shit. Like, you're a stronger motherfucker now, type shit. You know, you've lived and learned a little bit more than the last time, and you kind of go head first with it. I mean, you can go head first with it. You can tippy toe to it till the finish line, but either way, I decided to go head first with it. And you know, I just kind of realized like I didn't have much to worry about, and it was something for me that, you know, I realized like, dude, like it's gonna either go really wrong or really right, and like, because I never know how I'm gonna react. You know, I can say like the one thing that you can only control is your thoughts, but at the end of the day, bro, we're human. We never know how we're gonna be in the next hour, you know, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever. And so I put myself in a position where I knew all that was possible and none of it wasn't, you know? And so, yeah, bro, I'm happy I came out good, and I actually learned, and I feel like, in a sense, my trust, I feel like there's levels to this shit in your body. You know, like in a video game, your character will have like like levels of power, like strength, like stamina. I feel like for like one of them in us is like trust, bro, and like mine went up a little bit that night. You know, I'm saying like that.
That's dope.
Yeah, bro. I just feel like we literally leveling up, bro. Like it's good shit. So yeah, bro. And it's not easy, you know, because like again, you don't know. At least for me, my thing was I never know how I'm gonna be afterwards, and that's scary sometimes because that's again,
That's scary.
that's anxiety per se. You know, that's really the fear of the future. So
That's scary.
yeah, bro.
I mean, I feel like they're just like, how are you feeling right now?
Right now, bro, it's like I feel like I released it. You know, like going to the title, I feel like I released it, or
I was
I'm at
thinking about
least
how you said you can't hear me no more type shit.
exactly like you can't hurt me no more. Like I'm more like robust now, type shit.
We got a scar on him, bro. Like,
that made me laugh so hard because I just thought of how David Goggins is hurt. You know,
Really?
it's like I'm hurt. You know,
Right.
like
We gotta link that video.
like it's not.
Low-key.
It's like bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like damn. So you're hurt.
bro, dead ass, bro. That whole book is just like an ego trip, bro. Like, you can't hurt me, bro. You can't hurt me, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Defending his ego. Holy
It's so
shit.
I'm dying. I'm dying. Dude.
Nah, bro. For me, I mean, real quickly, for me, that book was just like him going back in memory lane, and that's his trauma, bro. He don't want
For
to remember
sure.
none of that shit. He's big boy.
This is just
Goggins
the
now.
hardest thing to do. Like, that's what he said about writing the book or something.
You know. So I
Yeah,
commend the guy.
like really setting in your
On
trauma.
the contrary, like he couldn't even hurt himself, bro. But yeah, it's a good book.
Cause he's hurt. But
But a round of applause for Miguel.
I don't know.
Appreciate it, bro.
Right.
Appreciate you. And for the audience too, man, on that topic, man. Comment down below if y'all ever experienced shit like that, you know, under that.
Like, yeah.
If we get a full fucking story, like, that'd be badass as fuck, bro. If we get a whole fucking story, like, bro,
You get it,
we
yeah.
gotta start putting these on the screen, bro.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Oh, this looking kind of fire, bro. Can you comment? Yeah, just put it on the screen. Can you comment? Yeah. That's kind of fire, bro. That's looking at yeah.
It's a live stream, huh?
Nah, bro. That's like a couple seconds. Like, can you comment? Yeah. Like that's
Like,
what
sumtales, follow us on Twitch. No, for sure.
I'm just saying. Comment? Yeah.
Just comment, yeah.
OnlyFans. Bro, one of my coworkers today was like, fans only, on the fans only. Shit was funny as fuck, bro. But anyways, man.
I bet.
Yeah. So, and I guess one thing to always keep in mind is releasing. Not everybody wants to release trauma. We talk about that, we talked about that, or I don't know if we did talk about it, but not everybody wants to release trauma because we can get addicted to these thought patterns or ways of, we literally believe this stuff. We kind of go against like what we should believe in to better us, and instead we kind of start thinking of stuff that's like counterproductive or hurts us essentially in the long run. And I think it's always good to remember that you have to want to go against your traumas. You can't just forcibly do it. Like, say you take a psychedelic and you're like, bro, I don't want to do this, but like it's making you, like, that can hurt you type shit. You also, your mind and body and soul have to align, and it all has to want it. And I think then you will see, um, you
Wow.
will find your process of releasing trauma.
I've never understood that till now. Like when people say like just fully lean into it when you have like a psychedelic experience,
Mm.
it makes sense to me now. I've never really understood that. I was like, oh, okay. I actually understand that now. That makes sense to me now.
Yeah, I'm trying to trip. Man.
Like imagine we like we go like do some shit.
And so when I bring up how you have to want it, it kind of leads into
Right.
Us wanting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do have to want it. Right. Yeah, I get what you're saying though, to the lead thing, but yeah, you gotta want that.
like how you want to trip.
Yeah. Right. And that is a want that I wanted to discuss with you guys eventually, but yeah, because it's pretty much like solidified of that want. But yeah.
So what is something you want to discuss with us right now?
No.
Is there anything you would like to discuss with us right now?
Yeah, well, about the wants, obviously.
Yeah.
We wanted to have a conversation about, or I wanted to have a conversation about our wants.
Okay.
Because
not the needs.
Because I was watching this podcast about, and
yeah,
and they were basically talking about it's Call of Duty Zombies YouTubers. You guys probably don't watch them, but like these guys, huh?
Why assume?
Well, because like you guys, because
I'm like, oh my god, I know.
Because I know you guys. Like, goddamn. But yeah, basically it was like they had like they were talking about how they had this like how they were doing a project together a few years ago, and it was a lot of people involved, and about how it was a big collaboration between a lot of different YouTubers, right? And they're talking about, and it's like 6 years later now, and it's like this was like an ongoing collaboration that they kept trying, and like they're talking about their failures essentially in doing this, and one of the failures, I guess, was or one of the things that disrupted it, and didn't allow it to, like, because they talked about how this could have been something like really great, it's like something really like great. One of the issues that it was that they didn't there was a few people that didn't understand each other's wants, because there's a lot of people, and different conceptions of what they wanted this to be, you know what I mean? And so it was just so crazy, just like how these people were talking about, because they this was like the first time that they were having a conversation about it to each other too, And so they were kind of like going like, what the fuck, bro? Like we could have done some shit, bro. But if we would just talked about that, that's but yeah. But then it just made me think about like obviously it made me think about the wants of this podcast, and like we talked about that recently. I was not on the podcast, but like but then I went on to the idea of like just in general, I wanted to talk about our wants in terms of like life, and like where we're trying to aim, or like the things that we're trying to do. Because personally, like I guess I don't know, should I just go first since I'm like on it? But because like personally, my like goals in life right now are very like I guess like I do want to build something that's like something that's scalable in the future, but right now like my goals are very short term, kind of like things that I just want to work on, um, because it's just what I want to do, and I kind of just don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna do this for a while, um, but and so it's so I want to talk to you guys about your wants as well, in terms of I guess ideas that you have for your future, your life, in terms of things you want to do. You know, because like for Miguel, I think about he's laughing a little bit. I think about like how your wants or I guess I think school related, I guess, and how that's gonna like
One of them.
you know um but yeah, do you want to like do you know your wants? I guess I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I actually started thinking about them too. So one of them, bro, immediately that came to mind, bro. Oh my gosh, this shit was so fire to me. But it was basically the cover to my next album. Not okay, so we have the one that we have coming on the way, and that's done. That's ready and done for. Enough said about that. Y'all see soon. Anyways, but the following one after, I started thinking about, the type of music I want to call that and how that could correlate to the album cover. And so for this type of music, I'm calling it, drum roll please. Look at this. I'm gonna call it moon music. So basically, it's like music that you can just kind of listen to, preferably under a full moon. Just kind of chill the fuck out, Just look at the moon while you listen to it, because it'll take you somewhere. You know what I mean? Like
Imagine
that's
it's
the
like
intention
werewolf
of it.
vibes.
Hey man,
Bro,
you
you
know what I'm
laughed
saying?
at it, bro.
No,
Interpret it
my
how
bad.
you
No, my
will,
bad.
bro.
No,
Hey,
it's
smile, bro. Look at that.
Hey man, I'd
nah,
rather him
but
laugh than hate. You know what I'm saying?
no, I'm
Shit.
just making jokes because I know like kind of more thoughts on the project, and it is a cool idea, I think, or I guess what you're aiming for with the sound too. It is gonna be cool, I think. But yeah.
Are
Yeah,
you looking
bro.
like? Are you looking for like what came to mind was this song I played? Because I always play after like a hangout session, like when I want to wind down.
Yeah.
Um, a song called "Wish" by Blood Orange. Like that in my head, that's like car calm music.
Yeah.
Like
No, I get you though. So I
yeah,
understand it might not be for everybody, but like, you know what I'm saying? I'm making it for those
yeah.
that dig
I
it. You know
feel
what I'm
like
saying?
it's like what you want to listen to when you be like,
Right. That's exactly how I perceived it too when I started. Like, yeah, 100%, 100%. And so this started leading into the album cover, and so I started thinking, bro. Right, like you just nah, what's it called? But basically, it's me, with a blunt in my hand, a microphone right in front of me, and my laptop like how I am now. And it's like nighttime, and I'm literally right under the moon type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like recording, making moon music under the moon type shit. I was
okay,
just thinking of this being like in character mode or some shit, Or like maybe even make it a little different. Make it a disposable pen with the weed symbol on it. Just something different type shit. But that was something like it literally just came up to mind right now type shit. And I was like, dude, that sounds fire as fuck.
what instantly came to mind was I wasn't seeing a blunt, but I saw smoke. I saw you leaning like okay. This is basically just this is the bag. You like this, right? You
Yeah.
like, and you're basically leaning on back of your car, like you're leaning on your car, and you're like this. Maybe like sitting on your um trunk or your engine, and you're sitting on it and you're just looking up, and it's like I see it as like on the cliff, and I want like hard lighting on the back, or just to be able to see what you have, because you said the blunt and the mic, so recording under the mic is the idea. So like your laptop, like I see in my fucking head, but yeah, I see in my head, like I see like the angle of it, like it's on your like your right cheek. It's from your right side. Yeah, right side.
Definitely a lot to work with still. But that's something that I just came to mind. I was like, dude, hell yeah. No, for sure. And so yeah, that's one thing I want to see. You know, that's one of my wants, at least. You know,
Yeah,
for my
yeah, yeah.
music.
I guess just to quickly mention, I want to hear about like I guess like yeah, like you did bring up a good thing, like just some more clarification on like what I kind of want to talk about with our wants. It also is overall mainly creative, I guess. In my head is like creative, like what things we're trying to do creatively. Um, and and it's okay if like if something's not like really there's no like real like anything happening with it. It's just something that you know you want to do. It's like that's okay to mention also. You know, like for example, Miguel, I know that like you you know you mentioned the cover art. You had an idea for a cover art, right? And I know you have like plans, I guess, for future cover arts too. So that's also like I guess some part of your wants also, right? And
For sure, yeah.
so yeah, so it's like it's a so yeah, and like for when I do talk more about like my wants, it's like it's different areas of like creative endeavors, right? For me, it's like so it's like if you even have like other like wants for other areas, you could talk about that too. But
Okay. Oh.
should I share mine as an example?
Yeah, because I feel like you're looking for something here. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay. Well, yeah. I guess I'll just share what so basically the plan, I guess, on in terms of what I want to do creative wise. Um, so this is like so I basically just want to, I guess with videos, I
You're
just want to work on. There's a few video projects that are like the main ones that like this is kind of like what I'm gonna be doing for the next while, and like basically just focusing on those, and so it's like what and it's gonna be a lot of time. It's and it's stuff that like has no it's not something that's scalable. It's not, but it's that's to bring up the point that eventually I do want to do something creatively that is scalable in terms of impact, I guess you could say, you know, because
innovation.
sure, but well, it would have to be innovative for it. I guess a little bit to be for me to for it to be something I want to do. But
Because you mentioned impact.
well, yeah,
You know.
yeah, I mentioned impact because whenever I bring up the term scalability, some might think of like increase in profit, you know, in terms of like money. But
Mm.
obviously, since like money isn't the most important thing, it's what I want to be more important than the money is the impact that it's having on people, right? So it's like scalability and impact. It relates. It can be related to money, but it's like I want to put the focus on the impact, that the scalability on the impact that's being created. But yeah, so that is something that like you know it's yeah it has to be innovative for me to want to like do something like that, but it is something that I'm wanting, but I have decided that like for the time being, these projects that I'm working on, even though they have no scalability it is something that's just it's stuff that's super important to me, these few videos, and so it's like so that's basically my wants in terms of like that's what I'm gonna like that's all I really want to do right now, you know, in terms of video creation, and so then it's like in the music creation side, the plan is or the plan for a while has been to just continue doing it and trying to do better.
I could see why you would say this was my only one was school. I see where you're getting at
well,
now.
you know, school and music and like you know you have different
Yeah, no, I
avenues, you
get you
know.
though, because you know, with engineering, you know, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I want to like innovate. Yeah, for sure.
But with music, basically, I just want to get really good, or just a lot better and that's just by do. I just want to make a good song. That's really it. I just want to make it's something that I fuck with a lot. Um, because it's like the next song that it's like always the next one just gets like it's like oh I fuck with it like the last one's lame because the next one's better.
Exactly.
And so it's
same
like
here.
and that also and that's partly why I don't want to release anything that I'm working on. But the other part is also because I do feel like I want to when I do get to the point where I enjoy my music, I do want to like work with other people at that point. But the thing is like with music, I view it as you're only gonna get one chance in terms of like or like to like or not always, but it's like people like are gonna listen once and it's like and so I want the you know what's uploaded to be like you know the best I guess you know of what I have to offer you know just for them to I guess for other people to be willing to work with me you know it's that's the goal right now
As an
and
artist and a listener.
yeah sure yeah so right now it's just been yeah just trying to get better having fun with making stuff.
I feel like with that, dude, because you're talking about like you don't want to release music until you feel that it's in a sense worthy enough, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like what would be your avenues of growing, like as in like you getting better? Is it like oh I feel this is better, or is it like I show this to person and the reaction is like they like it more?
No. Better is it's because there's the there's reasons for me to like a song of my own, but they're personal reasons, and then there's objective reasons to like a song of my own. I guess you know, and you know, because I guess I kind of see what's objectively good and like especially since like I follow a certain scene I guess and like I'm trying to produce a certain sound and that does like that probably like doesn't exist yet right because it's like evolution of me but so it's just about because there's objective things that and it also has to do with my production rate also and also being able to like get good melodies out and like just what's it called I just know myself and I know that a good song can only come about like an objectively good song can only come about every once in a while right now but it's like that once in a while is increasing you know and so that's just that's kind of like it's kind of something that only I would understand since I'm like the only one that really analyzes my music you know like
I know what you mean. Like I understand. Like one of these motherfuckers got a hit because I'm making so much.
Yeah, I was about
well
to say
no
like
well it's just that like I like oh that one's like for sure good you know
the only
Yeah,
reason
but it
there's
hits
so
to
many
me though
hits-
it's hitting to me when you say hits it hits to me you know so I'm not releasing anything so it's like I know it's a hit but
Sounds like you gotta make more, bro. You just
Let's
gotta
think
keep
about
making
that's
more.
exactly that's what I'm saying that's it
like in my head, I'm like I feel like you gotta because you're saying you're going over you wanted to get a specific sound
Yeah.
and someone or someone already made that sound or you hear the sound in your head but you can't produce it like there's nothing out there in your head or nothing that you found that's out there to correlate like oh I like that. I'm thinking about like showing people who are generally interested and then actually want to give you feedback on what you can improve on because I feel like they're going down the
right but see I'm trying to get to a point where like somebody is willing to give feedback so like that's why I have to get more objectively good and or the things that I see as objectively good you know with music
I mean I feel like I can like do like start like literally right now because because I don't know when that point is that point because it's like it's basically like you're telling yourself like oh I know what I know.
yeah well yeah I guess
Yeah, so it's like
I know that I'll know
you can get the I know way sooner if someone gives you the person and like you just it's in my head it's like you just have to like if you see someone who likes the same music, and you're just like, what do you feel about this? And even if you don't have confidence in it, you can still like, I really do want constructive criticism on it because I want to improve on this.
So we can feature
Oh,
one day.
okay. I
So you can get to that point, like, oh, I can see, like, you can probably go
okay.
Yeah,
I see
because I
what
had
you're
to go
getting
through
at.
shit like that
for
too.
that, because
100%.
it's like when I get to that level, but like it's like then it's like you're like, oh, it's not good enough. Then it's like it's not at that level yet to share it yet, but like it can be there if you just like.
Nah, well the thing it's just I guess I know whenever a song's ass, you know, and it's like I trust my judgment, you know.
But you only want eyes, you know.
Yeah. You're only one set of
But it's like
ears,
if I don't like it, then I'm not gonna release it anyways, you know. So it's like,
I get that, but if you want to be not as
well,
objectively,
You
you
have
guys.
to find out.
but I know that I have good moments, and I know that I just have to, you know, like I know when those good moments happen, and
You have to be
it's
willing to
essentially the
find
things that
out,
I
bro.
want though. It's like those good, what defines good is what I want, you know, and so it's like somebody else. It's like I'm just doing this shit for myself, man. You know, I guess. Yeah.
I understand that, but Joe Rogan and Rick Rubin were talking about Chris Rock and how his work is so on point to the point like it's like really refined. But he got to that point when he basically just goes to clubs without even announcing his name and just fucks around and tries out ideas that he feels that is good, and he has hired, or he has a set of people that after that set is done, they go back there and talk about it. Like what embers were what did people react to, or what do you feel that you can improve on?
Well, yeah. That's because there's people reacting. You know, it's like,
Yeah, because you're like, this is for me.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So like, it's the I'm like, yeah, it's like it's basically you're basically saying, I know when I know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I just don't fuck with it. That deal. That's what I'm saying. I just don't fuck with it. But I get you.
That's what I want.
To get you. To get me.
Oh, there is other wants in terms of
Us.
video creation. I do have ideas for, I guess, a YouTube series, if you will, or
Yeah.
or you could call them channels. No, I'm not gonna. I don't think I'll. Well, maybe I'll share the idea. I don't know. No, it's
Then I'll share mines and
okay.
I only really talked about moon music, to be honest.
Okay.
But how to, what's it called? So outside of moon music, bro, because like with moon music, it's to want to change or add something, to the music shit, because I don't think anyone's made that, or if they have, they certainly call it something else. It might be a completely different object, but I'm pertaining to the moon on this one. So yeah,
I'm just seeing good marketing out of it.
moon track shit.
As in like it, because it builds a vibe behind it, and people being like, oh yeah, I can see how that pertains to that. And it's like music to listen to when like you're out about at night.
Yeah, you know how my name is low scopic, like microscopic? Like I was gonna do some like telescope and shit. Ooh, I was gonna do some clean ass shit, like some Easter eggs in that hoe. But yeah, bro. So like outside of that,
Well, can I talk about a bit about moon music though? Because I guess it's like that's like the conceptualization of what the sound is. You would say?
no.
No. Well, so
It's like what? It's like God, bro. Like an ass. Nah.
but then
It's like what Chris said in a sense. It's like kind of what I would like to listen to, So it's like there's not really a specific sound, but when you hear it, you'll just kind of be like,
Like what came to mind was literally that song I gave you. Like
to the
that
moon.
That's what I want to listen to. Like when I'm like I've literally shared that song today when I'm doing drugs. You know,
What song?
Moon. I was gonna call it Moonlight. No, it's not called.
Okay, yeah, I get you though.
Wish by Blood Orange.
And so I've been working on it recently, and it's just very like I guess if there's one commonality with all these songs as of right now is that they're all very uh, like hella fucking descriptive. Like I've never gone this deep in like my lyrics, bro. Like I be talking about some shit,
Okay.
and it's
That's
just like, damn, like what the fuck? Like, cause like I'll be saying the same shit. Like not the same shit, but I'm trying out new ways in like my writing, and I'm not really writing either. It's just more so how I'm speaking on these songs. And so like I think it's more so like an album to like have you think while look at the moon type shit. And that's what I mean by go to the moon. It's just a head change that I'm trying to get at with my listeners.
So like, is it more like an introspective album?
It's a little bit of everything, man. It talks about how um well, oh, I got you, man. Yeah, it is a little bit. It's introspective in the sense that not only is it it's me introspecting on myself, but I'm sure there's many listeners out there that can also relate to some stories, or like I also talk to the audience a lot in a lot of songs too, because like that's just I've been doing that more. Like I'm like, if you're listening to this shit, like what I'm saying, that type of
Like
shit.
comment, yeah.
Please like and subscribe. Nah, but like real shit though, I be speaking to like I be like, you know, like straight up speaking to the audience and shit, to the listeners.
I guess what I was trying to get at
I want
is
to
like,
get the listeners thinking.
yeah, I guess I was just trying to get at like what because I guess
Out your brain a little bit.
you know with the whole because I always have like a like like a weird view on like what makes this an album, you know? Like, well, what's that? What's this artist's idea of an album from this album? I guess you know,
Yeah.
or I guess what did they want? Because you know some albums are like more creative than others, you know, or just have different creative ways of being albums, you know.
100%.
And so it's like that's why I asked if the I guess the title is a conceptualization of the sound, because it's like I wanted to see if that was maybe the correlation, but I don't. But
You know how it's like,
or like
it's called moon music because music is plural. You know, so you need at least more than one. You need to have at least like I'd say at least 5 to consider
Wait,
music.
five
wait.
what?
Wait, is this a genre or is this the album name called Moon Music?
Both.
You're calling it
So
Moon Music?
so then it is a
But I'm spelling music differently. I'm adding a little twist to the title.
so then it is a conceptualization of the sound. If it's a
concept-
genre.
I guess so, yeah.
Well,
But I think the genre
is more visual.
is more mental. I think it's something that's very new and has more, you know. But this is just something that I want to. I guess that's part of the want, you know. I want to.
Yeah,
also
for sure. I mean, because essentially, like,
get into that.
I guess what the bigger question I want to ask is like, is it something that mainly you will understand? You know, as it truly is. I guess. Well, because you know, as the creator, you're always gonna be the one that truly understands this work. I guess to its fullest degree. You know. But that's just that's just a burden of that, you know. That's always how it is. But
Funny you say "Burden." It's actually one of the songs on the album. It's crazy.
Good one, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
like comment, yeah, like
You've heard it actually. I've shared it with y'all before.
Oh my god, never mind. I didn't like it. But it's a call. Yeah, a lot of ideas came when you were talking about it
and
because
they flew by.
like I'm thinking about like basically what I want to do is build experiences.
Okay.
He was talking about like okay, because it seems like I was thinking like a lot of time being very meticulous with each song because you said you were going throughout each song and when you were being more thorough with the lyrics. So say like, I mean, what came to mind is like the idea you can now think you're lying. Like I'm thinking of this. Like you wrote this on a night out. Like you being under the light. You know what I mean? So that's why you have the mic, the shit. Like you wrote this under like not maybe under the night. I mean like you wrote this. These are the thoughts you had when writing Under the Moon.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And it's like I thought about each song, like something maybe it's like the same shit, but like a little bit different. I'm thinking about like the video aspect of like how you're gonna represent like show each song.
Mhm.
Say, I don't know how to fucking sound like I don't know how they sound, but like burden, maybe like a different visualization of that. But yeah, I was just thinking of that terms of like how to actually present it because I do like it's like what came to mind was like late night talks on the like just late night talks. Cause I was looking at the moon like today, literally like it's kind of, and I was talking about the present moment. I was like to really to see how life's a movie. We were looking at the clouds, like you see how fast the clouds are moving, and like and I think this is really. Can you read this? Can you read that?
Look at the moon bright. The dads are so beautiful tonight. Look at the moon tonight. The clouds are so beautiful tonight.
Yeah,
Look
basically,
at
yeah,
the
it is that. It was just us. We were talking about handwriting, but I was just writing about the moon. We were writing about, but the conversations under the moon.
I'm like, how moon musicy.
Yeah, the conversations under the moon, like when you just I guess the vibe, you know, like when you out and about under the moon is like it's a whole like energy in itself, like how you're gonna represent that. Maybe it's like you're talking to someone. What if one of like a video is like you leaning, like you basically out. Basically, it's the album cover, but you talking to someone, but you never really show their face, so it's just right beside you, and you're just like rapping the whole shit or whatever you're fucking doing. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
so it's like when he's in the car with the mic and joint in his hand, he's like looking to the side, like
What if you pass it and you don't show who you pass it to, but you get it passed back to? Like it's like you're basically having a conversation with someone, but it's just you.
That's crazy.
but it's
Yeah.
like then I'm thinking like
That's like suspenseful. Like I'm talking to the moon.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
pass it to the moon. But yeah, I was just adding upon what you were talking about. Moon.
unless we do it like someone is like someone that we know could like act out this, and they could be like talking to me.
I'm thinking
and it
if
just
like
shows my hand.
well, because I'm thinking like it could essentially the whole sequence could just be like, just presenting, talking, and then it's like just
No, for sure.
it's going back and forth. Well, I mean that's Loki like that's Loki smoking though like.
But no, like the person who did that was Kendrick Lamar and his song called I don't fucking what was it called when they were talking about like it was this girl and him talking back and forth like I should have found a bigger dick. Yes, did you listen to the album?
I did, but I don't remember that.
No. Sorry.
It's like
I remember my auntie was a dad, or what was it?
it was a toxic relationship, and they end up fucking at the end of the song. It's basically a back and forth, like pillow talking by little dickies like that.
Mm.
Like, come on, man.
I get what you're saying. I get your idea.
I get
that
what you're
going.
saying. Yeah,
We'll go back
you
and
said
forth.
Lil Dicky. Okay.
But yeah, I saw it as like a conversation, or you can have a conversation with the moon.
Obviously, I'm a little bit more melodic
Yeah,
than Lil
so,
Dicky,
like,
but I get
before-
what you're saying though.
Before the make another
Lil
song where
Dicky's
you're
very
talking to somebody and they're talking back to you in it. Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. I haven't heard
So,
Lil Dicky.
so that's a song idea.
Anyways,
Yeah.
that
And then if there's anybody that could do it, it's you, bro.
what I was trying what's it called? So what I'm interested in doing will be like it was probably the first thing. It's like I write about it all the time. Like it's probably like the main interest about the podcast to me, and like on forth and like getting like people on here. It's like I really want to know people, and I find people super fascinating. Like always, I've always have, and like I've always like studied people, talked to so many people, and tried to understand them. But really, I think at the core of my wants, it's just connection. And I noticed how much I was this book of the drama of the gifted child talks about being an intimacy junkie and like how much life I get from listening to people. Anyway, that's a whole fucking different topic. That's a whole different tangent.
But I mean, it relates to what your one is here.
Yeah, it like I understand why I want it, and now that I've moved past the need and the self fulfillment I got, now it's like okay, I'm good at this and I actually do enjoy it. Now it's like I do want to connect way more with people, but not just on a talking basis, like more of a creation. Like what are we doing with this information? Or like, yes, this is you. No, it's fine just being like basically an interview, but I really do like collaborating. So like like way more collaboration in my head because I get a lot of joy from the but like that's that that's like collaboration is what I want. Like, because I feel there's so many people in the world, or there's people that, because even one person can never stop making stuff in the sense, if you really go for it. But you can just, I'm just overwhelmed by the idea of collaboration because there's so much you can do, but I don't even know what the fucking is. But I really want to do that more. That's like 100%. Like, I want to be way more connected in the, like, building a community. That's what I want to do. Like connection and like actually building relationships with the people and helping each other out with. Um, I was thinking about it like all like okay. I was thinking about it because I've been meeting quite a few people and talking to people, and I'm really gonna talk about the people in the DFW and they consider themselves creatives or anyone to be honest. Because we talk to anyone, they're fucking fascinating what they know. So like building like a community, and I thought about like a Discord group, but I want to think bigger than that. Because like a Discord group is like, oh, people probably won't download a fucking app, they don't want to. But it's like building a career, building a platform for people to build. Like, oh, you need a photographer or you need a DJ. You want like, are we collabing? Say like, there's a DJ, or like, oh, there's another guy I really fuck with. We can really. It's like building events inside of this Discord. I'm gonna use Discord. That's all that comes to mind. Let's say we make a Discord community, and within that, there's like a shit ton of fucking people, basically, and they specialize in this, and it's like all helping each other, and it's all like everyone trying to bring up each other, or like making connections easier is really pushing forward ideas you want to go to. So building a community that's like very on forward with openness with new ideas, or just building ideas and stuff like this. I was thinking about that a lot because like okay, I have all these people. Say I can hang out with these new people. I'm like, oh, I can bring my friends along, like you guys. Like if you want to do that, there's like, oh, they know them. Maybe they know. Like it just keeps spreading, and I find that so interesting.
Like chlamydia. Fuck with
Yeah,
that shit, bro.
chlamydia, 100%. Don't
Yeah.
get, don't. I'd be sad.
Oh, 100%, man.
Yeah.
It's very achievable.
connection is what I want. Or
Yeah,
who
I
I want.
think definitely, building a sense of community is like one of the most important things in about one of the most important things for a human to do. I would say, if not like it's just the thing that's gonna bring you the most happiness. I would say,
I wanted
objectively,
to live like past me. Like I just it's okay. I wanted to build because the group it can fall under being under one person. Say I'm the founder of this group. It can become like, oh, this is just connections for me. But I wanted to grow so much, so like I don't want no admins or nothing. I just want like people like I guess
decentralization. Look at that.
like basically just to like am I making a socialism like a
A
socialism,
DAO.
bro? Am I making fucking holy shit? Am I making
A decentralized autonomous organization. But
He's making a cult.
no, it's just
who follows one
it's a
person?
sense of a
Right?
community.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm, yeah.
because when you are thinking about this stuff, I guess one point that I did want to mention is that I guess I'm assuming mainly for you, you're thinking about like locally, because all the ideas that I was thinking about in terms of how to like building community was like it was all in the digital space for me, because there's a lot of different avenues, right? That I see potential, or yeah, going into and stuff. But what's it called? What was the other thing I just brought up? Fucking A.
But like when you talk about creatively, like, I don't want to just as that. Like I want to like
Oh,
say because I feel success comes from your connections. So it's like, oh, you need help, and someone just like lends a hand, like, oh, I got you, but like we got something for you if you're really interested in this. Because I'm thinking about people who are like successful, like say like your homie is like successful, and he can bring you along, and that person can bring someone else along if they really are willing to help people, and like, say like outside of like work, say you put what you're interested in, basically like a LinkedIn, but the link of people reaching out to you or you're looking for help, like being very comfortable asking for help, like I'm interested in this, does anyone know? And someone else like, I got you, I know someone else, and it's just like, oh, I got a buddy of mine. So it's just a bunch of
Type shit.
you
Yeah,
know
like I
bringing
experienced
people
that,
up.
like in school type shit. Like we're in a group meeting and we were studying for our next exam type shit. Someone was like, "I need help" type shit. No,
Yeah,
like how
like
to solve this problem type shit. You know?
yeah, I guess just the word help is very broad right now, and I guess I feel like things have to be niched down for them to work in my head. I guess, but like,
I don't think so. Yeah, it makes it work. If it's niche down, it makes it work. But I feel like sure. Say you make a niche, then it just be okay. Creativity, like creatives, right?
because then it's like otherwise, how do you get the mass to fill in the broadness of the help? Because you need mass for that. You need population. You know what I mean?
yes. I feel that some people. First off, it's a situation. You guys are like you like okay. What do you want? Like, do you want what job do you want? Like, what do you want? Like, what do you want to make? Okay, if someone else knows how to make that, then you probably have to find someone else and talk to them and like, oh, I do know how to make that. Then it's like, okay, boom, 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 make them boom, boom, boom. Then this boom, boom is like affecting another boom, boom. Then like that boom, boom comes together like boom, boom. You know what I mean? Boom, boom.
Yeah, I
And
get what you're saying, but then it's like all these different fucking channels of different endeavors, and that people have to be like willing to, I guess, surf through and find if they can fit somewhere and share their. Yeah, I mean, it's just I guess the broadness of it is a challenge.
it's super broad
But
and it's like really open to new things. And I just want to push new ideas and people like okay it's just a bunch of like it's like a self
I think what you I think I think you can get the satisfaction of this from simply from just getting a few people that you know can work well together and putting them together, you know, because that's like essentially the idea of like that you're talking about on a more larger scale is like, you know, putting people together that can work together so they can build something greater, so they can actually make but obviously it starts with one occasion of doing that.
Yeah,
I guess.
one occasion, then like, okay, how can we think bigger? Like, how can we just? Because
But I feel like once that one occasion arises, it's like you're gonna be a part of it. It's like okay, now you're in the hustle and bustle of this business, and it's like,
yeah, it's endless. But like, what I'm trying to build is like basically like a positive outcome. Like, I want people to push their
environment.
ideas. But what's it called? Ah, fuck me! I just had an idea. What is it going away?
I guess I'm
But
assuming that you're wanting to build a space for this, you know, and I just think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
just a large task that yeah,
Gotta
that
get
I
the
haven't
whole
thought
world
of.
in
That
on it.
yeah, it's a large task that I haven't thought of. But yeah. I think it's something to think about. I think
because in my head, people say, I say all the time, like I want to do fucking everything like that I want to do. Like I want to do everything, but my knowledge is not there. I don't know how to fucking do it. So it's basically beneficial for the like it fucking benefits me so much because of my fulfillment. Like I just want to learn so much. Like one came to mind is like I want to learn video, and a lot of the video ideas I want is fucking video. Like I'll need to learn a shit ton of video things. So it's better for me just to ask someone, just generally ask for help and get that help quickly, and people who generally care about that craft. So like video, like I have this Sony digital camera that I want to fucking use. But yeah, I'm like I don't know how to convert the video. I don't know how to do this. Blah blah blah. Like there's so much shit I don't know, right? So it's like basically very helpful. Just like oh you know, but you can be at the end of the day, like you can just look it up on YouTube. But I like talking to people like who are
yeah,
into.
I'm just thinking like like you said, the person has to uh fuck with like what you're trying to achieve with this, you know. And so yeah, I feel like you do have to get to like a certain point where your idea has to not be has to, has to offer them value in some way, or like has they not value but like just they have to fuck with it, right? And so then it's like it can't be too personal of a project that you're wanting help with. Otherwise, they're gonna. Otherwise, it's like unless they just fuck with you as a person, then yeah, they'll help, you know. But
Yeah, that's
but
I
but
feel like
but but when you first enter that chat room, nobody's gonna fuck with you as a person,
I get.
unless yeah.
But if the idea, because I was listening to a TED talk, we are problem solvers for like people. If you, it's like it's much more easier to solve other people's problems than your own. So you like I know like people
If they
like
know, okay,
listening to people's problems like oh I know the solution to that,
all right.
but you want to fix your own problems. I know that from my own cause. So it's like it's a the I feel like the idea
Oh,
is
okay.
tell me your problems. Like it's like tell
I
me
can see.
what you want to do. We will figure it out for you. And you it's like a bunch of like because if you tell me everything you want to do, I can give you a solution, but you're like, nah, it's not like that. If you like people will give you the way to live your life if you really put yourself forward.
Well, I can definitely see it. Well, I just thought of a scenario where like that you might see somebody's trying to do something that similar to something you might have already done, and it's like, oh fuck yeah, you know, you fuck with that, and it's like you want that person to achieve greatness just because it's like related to something that you've like or and plus you know about this, right? Since you're seeing them trying to do some a similar thing, you know, and so it's there's a sympathetic joy there that it's helpful, but yeah.
Mm. Yeah, but that's what came to mind because what came to mind is when we don't put social standards on what people can do, and we're just very helpful and very pushing of ideas within ourselves, then I feel like it's like it's low key like all love is like bro, like just do you, bro. Like even it's like I thought about this guy. He said like I saw people outside of Supreme, and I thought, man, that's stupid as fuck. Why are they doing that? Then I thought, well, that's not for me. You know, like that's like they're very supportive of ideas. Like that's just not my market. You keep doing you. It's just very like, what do you want to do? Okay, someone else is like fucking with you. Like, yeah, it's that's very humanizing ideas. like anything goes, anything is fine. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I want to do. I was thinking about that for the past like 3 days.
Oh, so I kind of want to get into like what you want to do more so on like I guess like what you're
What?
trying to
Sorry, bro.
post.
I'm sorry, bro. What did you say? What did you say? Like,
Yeah,
two
as I wanted to get into, I
parts.
wanted to ask about like what are the things that like I guess you're wanting to post. I guess on social media, creative wise, I guess, because you do have like I guess ideas for this stuff, I guess, and I'm wanting to know if there's
Okay.
like over a larger plan yet, or like I don't know, or what
Because
your thoughts on it.
that's the idea. That's like I want to.
Well,
I want to build a community. That's
right.
basically the idea.
Yeah, but that's a normal one. But yeah, I guess.
That's the idea. I want to build a community, and I kind of stripped it down. But then it gets to the very like, what is the thing that you create, right? And what are you gonna do with the thing you create? And I feel like it just that's up to the person. Like, okay, say.
Whoa.
It's straight up like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you though, bro. Like,
Okay, yeah, okay. Say like that video shit. And I want to lean more. Okay, I want to lean heavily more into concept ideas, like Miguel was talking about, like that concept, like moonlight, moon music. There you go. That idea, right? And like, say I want to build on top of that idea, and like just keep going. Like I'm really into that. I want to get way more into like building ideas rather than just like let's go take some photos, because that I'm bored of that, to be honest. And yeah, I can take some cool shit, but like it's like
He's
okay,
overworked the muscle.
not overworked. I got too strong for it, to be honest. Like, it doesn't challenge me. But building concept ideas, like really getting into concept, like getting into the nitty gritty, like what are you gonna wear? What are you gonna wear? What's the lighting? Like really trying to make a piece. That's for idea. I'm mainly thinking about like I feel like photography right now, but this can go. Oh, that idea. Okay, that's a community thing, but okay, but the community thing, I've thought about that shit for years, and I think about it. It was just in a different name. I called it Mine Under Construction, and it was basically a website which is constantly updating, but it's like it's almost like a social platform. Now that I think about it, yeah, it was. Remember my friend Susie put under construction, then I put Mine Under Construction, and it's basically like a website that never ends, and it's constantly like it's like a wiki, and it's like constantly updated by people, but it's like that's a very like sophomore. I don't know what that's I forgot about it, but I guess
but
it came back.
it is an attempt at trying to solve this problem of wanting to help others also build a community and build greater ideas, and I think it's something that's it's a large task, but I definitely can see how like this is something that's like not invented yet, like I guess we were trying to, but I don't know, I have a lot of confidence that this can be achieved.
I see it in my fucking head. Like I see that shit. Like, oh, that can work. I know it can. It's just like enough people have to be behind it.
I was having a lot more similar related thoughts about this a few months ago, and it's like kind of reigniting that for me right now. I was so confident about it back then, but it just hasn't been something that I've been wanting in short term, because like I said earlier, my goals in life have been very short term right now, in terms of like I just want to get this done.
I get you.
Before
I understand. It's like
but that is something. Yeah, that is something I thought about a lot.
Like I want that shit to outlive me. Like I want that shit to like go forever, because I see it that can help a lot of people.
Right.
Pushing forth your ideas. But to answer like on the ideas of making stuff, heavy concept ideas, and I've been talking about this idea of like a shit ton, like a long time now, and I still haven't done it. Probably just like philosophical videos or self-help videos, interview videos, I just like showing people off or just showing what I'm thinking. So yeah, mainly
For
those like philosophical. I like that guy, like the guy with the alien. The alien, he wears glasses.
Yeah,
I like his shit a lot. Like that's when someone
yeah.
like, oh, I
So
like that. I want to make some
that's
shit like
pretty
that.
creative too. Yeah.
I really like that guy. Yeah, but that's heavy concept ideas, interviews, community. Um, the human, like just really humanizing people, because I never really, I had a super hard time with humanizing myself and humanizing other people. So it's like really like, this is incredible that we're all living. So like I really like, this is crazy.
Mm.
And that's what like interviews come to mind, because like it's like a connection. So yeah, I think at the core of it's connection and building a community. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Hey, you know what I want to do?
Yeah, like go to sleep, man.
Yeah, low key.
I mean, I'm good. Like it's
But
like
nah, I
it
want
is.
a water burger.
Dude, I literally fucking ate that shit today. This fool flicked me.
I'm like trauma, but you didn't get me none. Look at that.
I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up, dude.
So to sum it off for today, folks,
Damn.
you know, we discuss our
Damn, we're ending it. Fuck.
What's people want to say something,
Dude,
bro?
yeah, dude, I want to
feel
keep
like
talking about this because there's still thoughts like that are occurring, but like, Miguel wants to go to sleep.
Nah, bro, fuck him, bro.
I could keep going without me, bro.
Dude, but
I like come back in at 8 a.m. type shit. You know what I'm saying?
We're still going.
Like,
Nah, but I feel an idea is really not that deep. I feel like you just gotta say it and you get it out. Like that shit took me like what 20 minutes, and that's an idea for like life, you know.
right.
Just get the
But
story.
I guess off of what you were saying, like you want to create like videos, I guess. I don't know if you thought much more on like the ideas on those, or just is that's just a general idea of what you want, but it made me think about like a bit more about like what I'm trying to do with videos, because I've thought pretty deeply about I guess video production that I'm trying to do, and outside of these larger production videos that I'm working on, the shorter it's I still mainly want to do long form content, like you brought up the alien guy. He mainly does short form content, but I think this whole like you know how I've been like recording myself just speaking my thoughts out. It is partly training for being able to produce short form content really simply, and I think that's something that's gonna come, just evolution of that. So it's like but on the long form content, there is a lot of different long form ideas I have, like what the and the reason why I kind of want to stick with long form is because like I always see like most long form videos on YouTube, like all like and some of them do like that they're all podcasts, like you don't need to watch while listening, like you don't really need to watch the video to know the right. And so and that's also content that's easier to make, faster production, but it's still long form, right? um,
So what you going for? What you want to talk about? Because what like I want to like long form content that you're pretty interested in.
oh well, so there's so like I
Usually,
mentioned. Huh? Well, yeah, yeah. That's the high production stuff that I'm working on. Is the stuff that like you should be watching. Like you're gonna want to be watching the fucking video to like actually visually seeing it. But the other stuff, it's more so and the thing with the higher production, it's not only higher visual production, it's also higher idea product. Like this is scripted out, and stuff, rather than like the short the I meant the shorter production videos that I'm wanting to do is it's essentially just talking about a topic for a long period of for a decent while, you know. Like I have like essentially just like a game plan. You know what I mean? In relation like the first one, I wanted to talk about like the idea of like diary maxing. I guess how I heard it described, but
What's the
it's really just, you know, well, previously the title I wanted to call it was like something about self documentation, you know. And so it's like, but then I heard the phrase diary maxing, and I was like, oh, is that what people? Someone called it that, so I'm like, that sounds kind of cool. It sounds it was, they said it in a meme way though, but it's essentially just like documenting every thought, yeah. And I want to talk about various ideas behind that for just that video, and so it's like essentially that, but with different topics, that style. And let me see here. But yeah, outside of that, you know, when you're talking about the community thing, it made me think back to when I was thinking a lot about it because of DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. It's like crypto related communities right now, obviously. But I think it's an idea that I think has promise in terms of being integrated with something that I also want. But yeah, that's also the the fucking there's like a small part of me that like it's like finance video, but like no, not really. There's not. I think I'd rather just talk to finance people, you know, right now rather than I guess worry about like content, you know, just because
real estate, man. That's something I want to get into.
Oh, you want to get into real estate? Wow.
At some point in my
for
life,
sure,
bro, yeah.
Obviously, 100%. It's a great asset class. You know, we're still waiting for the bottom of the market coming soon, but I mean we keep getting them, but yeah, in terms of
just watch Graham Stephan's video when he's one of his videos when he's just like,
dude. But honestly, dude, once the thumbnails get bad like that, it correlates. It dead ass correlates. Sometimes I don't gotta watch the videos no more, bro. Like,
damn, bro.
Like I know what happened. I know what he's gonna say. I know, but but yeah. Especially recently with like the Fed, because you know the Federal Reserve essentially controls the stock market in some manner. So yeah, and so lately we went down again because and you could literally it's literally correlated to when he was speaking, the Jerome Powell, when he was speaking, and then as soon as he said the one thing, he's like market just shot down. It's so funny. But yeah, new bottoms. But yeah.
But when you were talking about the financial thing,
Yeah.
I feel that I'm very ignorant on financial shit, like super hard. So it's like that made me think about an education system.
Yeah.
That I wanna like education system. I want to like I learned what I wanted to learn. I feel like so fulfilled in life because I found what I'm into, right? And that's what I want to learn. And I want to make like an education system that's like not the can't.
That's
like,
good.
I want to show critical thinking. You know, like really building ideas and like getting down like what do you want rather than like this is the way how to do it. And like challenging basically the like this is the only way. So like basically constant evolution with the critical like this an idea, okay, it works, boom, another critical idea, boom, like just a bunch of education, like basically direct education that you're interested in and pushing forward ideas.
Yeah, well, with finance, it's so subjective to your scenario, and like the want has to be explained pretty in detail, I would say, because there are like rules, I guess you could say, and society is built a certain way, and we and some things just it's like some things help achieve something that's not easy to achieve in terms of finance, but yeah, so it's like, yeah.
It's like, is finance really that fucking complicated? Like, truly. Like,
I
if you
mean,
I just don't
there's
know.
just a lot. I mean, there's just
It's
a
a
lot.
lot, but is it really that much, or is it just hard
It
to
depends on your
it's put in
wants.
a
It
way?
depends on your wants, like you said.
Is it put in a way that's super hard to understand, so not everyone becomes that?
Oh,
I
well,
don't think
yeah,
everyone takes
definitely
the
some
time
things. It's definitely some things are done, are that's done purposefully on some things, but
Like, what the fuck is I still don't know what the fuck taxes are, to be honest. Like, I don't fucking understand them at all. Like, I
yeah, for
do,
sure.
but I don't. Like, I don't know what the fuck that is. There's a bunch of shit I do not know. It is
So
not.
taxes is basically a
No,
way.
bro, I'm not asking you for it
it's-
right now. I'm not fucking asking for that shit right now.
but yeah, but I guess what I wanted to mention also that, like, how because you say, like, you're trying to, like you say you're in there on it, and then you're also talking about this idea of, like, how do I get the knowledge specifically that you want, that you need, for yourself. The way that I just want to talk about the way that I'm going about getting this knowledge, or I guess how I'm, like, also pushing myself to learn more, and that's basically by building a community, or just, like, talking to people that that like, because, like, I've basically just been infiltrating crypto Twitter, and like huh
Is it crypto Twitter?
yeah, crypto Twitter, and just basically talking to a lot of people, and like it's like the meme of, like, because there's, like, the whole made it, and it's like he's it's like a post, like, as far as I'm concerned, I made it when I found you guys, like the homies and but it's valid though, a lot of, and so it's like, and so it's basically just and that's been really helpful for, I guess, these people that are, like, interested in like finance, and, like, they make it fun, and that also, that helps with,
If you grow massively, like,
Huh?
your knowledge about something is so pushed forth when you're interested in it, and there's a community around it.
yeah, there's a community around too. Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is what's up. And when we think about Leonardo da Vinci, in his book, he wasn't, like, a lone genius. He was surrounded by really clean, like, people who are really clean at their shit. He was constantly surrounded by these people. Like, I don't know their names. But it was talking about it in his
Important names.
It was an autobiography. He wrote it himself, right?
He's like, I'm a madman.
But it talked about his ideas. But everyone around him was, like, doing this shit, and they were really fucking good. It wasn't competitive. It was just really forth on ideas. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's what you want.
Life is also good and great. Life's good.
But yeah,
Life's great.
Life's good.
Ha, sure as hell. Can't complain.
Damn, bro, my shit long.
But yeah, I'm done.
I'm done.
Been done.
We've been done. Yeah, guys.
That's
that's been the episode.
Sumtales for y'all.
Comment, yeah.
I'm like,
like the
shut the
video.
fuck up, bro. Let's just end this, bro.
He said he was done.
I'm trying to drag this out a bit. For some reason, I feel like I got something else to say, but I don't got nothing else to say. I got anything else to plug.
Oh, okay, I got you. You ain't got nothing else to plug. Pulling up.
I'm asking if y'all have any, but I don't have anything.
Looking like a.
I mean, I be making shit all the time.
This fool plugging himself. Goddamn, bro. What happened to the community? Share somebody else.
I
Like
be
you
making
ain't got nothing to plug. You put up with the flex. That shit flatter than a rug.
All right, we're
like,
done. So
like, come check me out, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro?
those-
Like what else you listen to this for? That's
Yeah, no, for real. It ain't those time of hours, bro. That being said, y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Much love, one love. It's your boy Lil Scopic, aka OGK, aka Miguel, aka Miguel. Man, I'm fucking fried, bro.
Bye.